Good afternoon, and thank you again to all members of the media for your constant support and your love to us and for showing up in such beautiful and large numbers. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time. All of us on behalf of Dharma Productions and Z Studios are exceptionally grateful to all of you. There's so much to say today, and I'm sure, you know, that will all happen soon. This film has been a tremendous journey for all of us. First, Dharma Productions would like to thank Z Studios for actually giving us the right, or rather I would say the audacity, to want to remake the milestone film Sairat. So we have to thank Z for actually allowing us the pleasure and the privilege and the honor of remaking Sairat. From the time we began this journey, it's been a really beautiful coming together of so many forces. This was Shashank Khaitan's third film after the Dulhania series, and it was again his opportunity to work with new talent, but this time it was first-time talent. And it was definitely daunting because it was living up to the monumental expectations that Sairat had. Since the film is released, there's so much that we've heard, there's so much that we've read. We've had we've had love, we've had hate, we've also had so much said. And actually on behalf of Shashank and all of us, we have to say that we were just huge fans of Sairat, paid homage to that beautiful film. Of course, it can never be a patch on the brilliance of Sairat, but we tried on our own way to give it our own language, our own syntax, and our own feeling and our own heartbeat, which Dhadak truly was. Shashank truly has the toughest job ever for having to live up to Nagraj Popatrao Manjule's exceptional piece of work. And I know he was in the eye of the storm, but he combated it like a true warrior, faced it, knowing very well that there will come a time that comparisons will happen. And all we have to say is that we are fans. We paid a homage, and this is it. So if you loved us, thank you. If you hated us, thank you, because we still tried. And whatever it is, as long as you're not indifferent to us, that's all that matters. And indifference is certainly not what happened with Dhadak, because our box office really has given us so much love. Crossing the 50 crore mark in week 1, touching nearly $2 million overseas. These are benchmarks for newcomer talent films. In fact, we were just sitting with Z Studios and talking about what our benchmarks was. And very happily and with great humility, I have to say that our only benchmark to what we can compare these numbers to is Student of the Year. So 6 years post the release of Student of the Year, if we are creating a new benchmark with Dhadak, I'm only proud, and I can't be more grateful to say that I'm so happy that the baton of this film lies with our filmmaker, Shashank Khaitan. So again, thank you so much, and thank you again for all the love that Dhadak has received and continues to receive. And apologies for whoever sensibilities we may have affected. It wasn't meant. It was truly a film from our heart and heartbeat. I would like to invite on stage our beautiful partners at Z Studios and Z Music. All of them have worked humongously hard at creating the impact of Dhadak. I'd like to invite on stage Anurag Bedi from Z Music. And of course, my partner in crime in everything we do at Dharma Productions, the heartbeat of Dharma, Apurva Mehta, CEO, Dharma Productions. All right, Anurag, I'm going to start with you because you know that our journey began on this film together, and we have to say that one of the most essential parts of Dhadak was recreating the magical soundtrack of Sairat. And all I wanted first, I said, please give me Zingat. That was the first thing that we ever spoke about. So please express your journey on the making of this film, remaking of this film, and everything you've been through in the journey itself.
I still remember I was out of my office somewhere when Karan called me up and said, hey Anurag, I'm coming back next week and let's discuss the remaking of the film Sairat. And that immediately lit up my eyes, and I said, wow, it's a great opportunity for us to associate with Dharma Productions, our first film to associate with Karan and Dharma. The challenge was huge on the music front, especially where Jingat had actually become not just a regional song, it actually became a national song. We've had performances of superstars like Salman on the song and DJ Bravo, which is the cricketer Bravo. And the song actually reached out a lot to the Indian audiences. And that, I think, was done beautifully in this film, Karan. Hats off to you and Ajay Atul and Shashank for what you all actually delivered on the music of this film. It's been a fabulous journey for us.
Oh, thank you, Anurag. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And thank you for all the help and support that you have provided us in the making of this film. Sharik, firstly, thank you so much for partnering so beautifully with us on the making of Dhadak and the remaking of Sairat, both milestone properties now at sea. And would you like to share your words and express the journey of making this film with all of us?
Yeah, so as you know, just as Karan was thanking Z Studios, I think we need to thank Dharma for them actually picking Sairat and saying that, you know, we need to make this, and we couldn't have found better partners. And I think, as Anurag said, the journey started from that phone call, and I'm so glad it's culminated where it has. And you know, as Karan said, we've been loved, we've been hated, we've not been ignored. And you know, the numbers speak for itself, and Shashank and both Janvi and Ishan have just been fantastic. And you know, the kind of numbers that we, you know, every day when we are doing our counting in the morning and we are saying, are you sure this is the right number? And you know, so the distribution team is, yeah, this is right. And you know, it's far exceeded what we had estimated. We had hoped for this. We were also, as I said, you know, because of the comparison with Sairat, there's always that fear that, you know, how will it be received? But you know, great work by the team of Dharma, and we look forward to partnering with you all on more such films. And Shashank, your next one is ours. Huh? Let's just do that right now. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sharik. Thank you so much. Now, Purva, we've of course collaborated with Z before, and you've been at the helm of things right through. So your experience working with this majestic studio, how has it been?
So I have to add that, you know, Anurag drove a very hard bargain after Karan made that call that we want to the remake of Sairat. Anurag very sweetly came to the office and he said, listen, we must work this, but this is my film. So now you'll have to give me one more film, which is your film. So from a one film deal, it's been forcefully become a second film deal. And I said, either we have to take these two films together or we don't get to make Sairat remake at all. So, but of course, it's been, all jokes aside, it's been an extraordinary experience, you know. I think this remake gave us the opportunity of bringing our production and distribution skills together and creating, distributing, and really enthralling audiences worldwide. And I really look forward to the second journey with them. And once again, thank you everyone for all the love you've given Shashank's adaptation and the incredible response and love you've given Janvi and Ishan. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Apurva. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank all three of you prolific gentlemen for being part of this journey. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karan.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Apurva Mehta, CEO Dharma Productions, Sharik Patel, CEO Z Studios, Anurag Bedi, Z Music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen. All right, we're going to call, of course, the lead players of the film. I'm going to begin by calling the filmmaker who's given his third successful film in a row. It's a hat trick, and I think it's a kind of a record at Dharma Productions. I don't think we've had a filmmaker who's actually made his third film in a row. All others are work in progress as we speak, but he's done, as I said, 3 films in 4 years, all 3 successful, all 3 not only successful at the turnstiles, but also films that have received incredible love across the world. Please welcome Shashank Khaitan. Well, the box office is hot, but your chest is cold. Yeah, 11 degrees. Any particular reason why you have won this?
The last time we were at a conference together, I was, as you mentioned, I was dressed like a tropical sunshine. So I said, let me just underplay it this time.
This is your version of underplaying it.
Karan, it's in black now. What
you have 11 degrees there, 11 degrees here, and 11 degrees here.
Still learning fashion, Karan.
So, no, it's not fashion. I mean, Badshah's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, for a lesser known fact, and I'm going to reveal all the various talents of Shashank Khaitan, he's a classically trained dancer. He can sing, he can act, because he's also been a trained actor under Nasiruddin Shah. So he's actually, and now he's judging a reality show. He's the new Karan Johar.
Yes! Thank you, Karan.
So Shashank, you know how much I love you, and you know how much we love you, and you had the audacity to want to remake Sairat. Why? Answer this question, because everybody else is going to ask you, how dare?
Oh, How dare?
How dare you even
Well, I
have
think
this idea?
if I dare to dream to make movies, I think I dare to have the audacity to make whatever I feel like. But I think it came out of just that moment of pure fandom. I remember seeing Sairat coming out of the theater shocked, amazed, and then just coming out, and remember calling you up immediately and saying, Karan, I've seen Sairat, we need to adapt Sairat, we need to make Sairat, and you were like, why? And I said, let's see the film together and then discuss it.
Yeah.
So I think it came out from that desire. Many a times you hear stories and you want to tell them, you read a book and you want to tell them. In this case, I saw this film and I said, you know what, I know of this story in Rajasthan. That's where I am from. I'm a Rajasthani. I know that city. And I felt I needed to tell the story. And I think that's it. I don't think I thought too much about it or intellectualized it. I just went for it and I said, you know, I really want to make this film. And I tried making it with all the honesty and sincerity in the world.
No, definitely, and I'm sure your honesty and sincerity definitely touched a million hearts and created a million heartbeats. But I ask you, not as a producer, but as a member of the media myself, because that's who I am as well, is that how did you combat the turbulence on the weekend with everything being written about on social media, the love, the hate, the questioning so many aspects of the film? How did you keep your neck above the water and ride through like a true warrior?
I just try to see it, try to kind of understand it in its objectivity. I think we are filmmakers, we make creative content, we put it out and people are going to love it or hate it.
Right.
And I think really important is to respect everything that is said about the film,
right,
good or bad, and learn from it. And I have read every one of those reviews, I have read all the goods, all the bads, and I've taken everything in. And I'm sure when I write my next film, I'm going to keep things in mind. Some I agree with, some I don't. But I think that's the learning curve. And we're still learning. So I'm just learning. It's just my third film. I hope I make many, many more. And for me, it's a great learning curve. I think I'm just learning. And for me, I'm very, very happy that they went and saw it. As you said, they've not been indifferent to it. And that's the worst thing. So I'm very happy with all the love. I'm very happy with all the hate. And for me, I think it's just important that people go and see it and have their own perspective on it.
Well, as somebody who's, well, I can take the liberty of saying who's mentored Shashank, I actually sat with him and I said, you know what, I'm so used to this because I don't think that there's been a single film of mine that hasn't been through this up and down graph. But eventually, as Shashank rightfully said, it's important to absorb everything, read everything, learn from it. You never win and lose, you win and learn. And I think that's the mantra that all of us try to adopt at Dharma Productions. And thank you, Shashank. Thank you for being a true warrior. Thank you for making this third successful film for us at Dharma Productions. You are a part of the family and we don't want to ever let you go. And no matter how much money anybody else offers you, you know you have to continue making movies only for us.
Never leaving you, Karan, unless you kick me out.
No. How can I kick someone out who's wearing 33 degrees on his body? Okay, I'm going to give you a big hug. All right. Shashank, no, you can't go anywhere. Shashank truly was, as I said, I mentored Shashank, but Shashank mentored two kids who walked into Dharma Productions with dreams in their eyes and with aspirations in their heart. Both of them I met at different junctures in my life and grew to love immensely. There has been so much talk about this term that is now a national phenomena called nepotism. We will talk about that and address them with the kids themselves. But I want to say that these two actors are bona fide talents, hardworking, absolutely sincere. I've seen them work tirelessly for over a year, every day. I used to hear loud screams out of Shashank Khaitan's room. I used to wonder what was happening in there. They were just readings. They were trying to master the lingo. They were trying to master the dialogue. They used to work every day tirelessly, 365 days a year, just to achieve what they have in Dhadak. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you Janvi and Ishan. All right, Shashank, I'm going to actually make the three of you have a little bit of a chat before I start because truly this is your prerogative. They are your babies and I want you to ask them what they're feeling like right now. How rapidly the heart is racing.
So why don't you just begin? How rapidly is the heart racing?
It feels pretty fast right now. I don't want to intellectualize it.
Thank you. See, he knows the word better than me. And Janvi, you were just sitting over there and telling me that, you know, I'm actually feeling more nervous than when I came for the trailer launch.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't rationalize it. I'm feeling more nervous today than I was at the trailer launch. I think it's a mix of a lot of feelings. It also feels like a journey has come to an end. And maybe I'm feeling a little nostalgic as well. Yeah.
Well, what does it feel like, Janvi? I mean, this is your first film, and Ishan has faced the camera before. And when you faced the camera for the first time, being directed by Shashank, and now with all the reactions and love that the film gets, what does it all feel like to you? Does it feel like it's like one big bubble that you can't comprehend?
Yeah, I don't think I've been able to digest a lot of it. I'm still trying to figure what I need to process and, you know, how to go about things. But I think the love has been overwhelming. And I know that I have a long way to go. And I hope, I just want to use all of it as motivation and hope that I get to do more work and impress people, hopefully, in the future. And I don't know, just keep working hard and working at myself and doing better and doing more work and making people happy, because this is what I love doing more than anything else. So I just want to keep at it, and I just would like to affect people positively.
I'm sure you made all of us so proud, Janvi. And have you, like a good student, like a good first-time actor, gone online and read everything written about you?
Everything I've read. Every single thing I've read.
Every word?
Every word.
And what did you do? Did you do a yay when they praised you, and did you do a nay when they didn't?
I did like a yay times 100 when they praised me.
Yeah.
And then I cried secretly in my bathroom when they didn't. So I've done all of it. I've gone through all of the beats.
You've been through the gamut. Like, do you feel like older, wiser, and much more ready for the fraternity now today after this experience?
I don't know. I feel much more motivated. I think I had a talk with you and with Shashank as well. And I think that the one thing that I've taken away from it is you just need to keep working, and you need to keep finding reasons to stay positive and working better and improving yourself. And that's what I aim to do. And, you know I have a long way to go, but I promise that I'll keep working at myself to make all of you all proud and happy.
I remember Janvi telling me when we had the first screening at the cast and crew, where she had her entire family there with love and support, and she said, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I've had overwhelming moments with each member of my family. What did that feel like, you know, for your whole family to see your work for the first time?
Overwhelming. But I think for a really long time there wasn't a lot of conversation, because there was just a lot of crying and hugging, and I think that with the kind of film it is as well, I think the reason it's resonated is, you know, you can over-intellectualize it and you know, get down to technicalities, but it was made with all heart, and I think somewhere that's connected with people. So when they came out of these screenings, almost everyone was overwhelmed with a really strong feeling and a sensation that they couldn't shake off. So to experience that, like, I remember speaking with people and walking into screenings and seeing like huge people, like artists themselves crying, looking at our work. And I remember telling you even last night, I've never been happier making someone else cry in my whole life.
Well, congratulations, Janvi, and lots of love and an amazing journey ahead to you always. Ishan, you've been like such a humongous part of this entire journey, and it's been your second outing. You had the mild pleasure of working on a film before this. When I say mild, is that the experience came, but the major pleasure was working with such a prolific filmmaker like Majid Majidi, and it was such an exceptional film, and you did so exceptionally well. But your experience of Dhadak was different. It was completely different from what you went through with Beyond the Clouds. You were working with a new filmmaker with a new syntax and a new tonality, a new first-time actor. What was your entire experience like, Ishan?
It was, first of all, thank you all for being here. I have to say that this film, for a lot of people, it's a movie, but I feel like I can speak, at least for the two of us, when I say these are very real feelings and experiences that we had. And more than anything, I'm just grateful for you, for Shashank, for everybody who gave me this opportunity, for being able to be a part of this film. It was, I think, the most wonderful 44 days of my working career so far, because there was just so much love on set. There was so much love for these characters, for this story, for the context in which we are making the film, for it was a great learning experience, and it was a great feeling of devotion to a story that we all believed in, and I can't trade that experience for anything else. So I'm just very grateful more than anything.
Well, thank you, Ishan, and you've done exceptionally well and received so much abundant love, and I'm sure everyone is so proud. Now, I'm going to leave all the questions before. I would love to talk about other things with them, but I'm sure you have questions. I've asked a few, and I'm sure you have a few. So I'm opening the house up to all of you to ask Shashank, Ishan, and Janvi about Dhadak.
Hi. हाय करण एंड टीम, बहुत ही बेहतरीन फिल्म, मैंने 2 दफ़े देखी, अच्छी है, बढ़िया है और दिल को छू भी रही है। सवाल मेरा ये है कि एक ऑडियंस के तौर पर करण जौहर को ये फिल्म कैसी लगी है? कौन कौन सी ऐसी जगहें थी जो आप ऑडियंस के तौर पर हमें बता सकें?
एक्चुअली मैंने ये पहली फिल्म देख ली, जब इसकी ओरिजिनल फिल्म सैराट मुझे बेहद पसंद आई थी। इनफैक्ट मैं पूरी तरह पागल हो गया था जब मैंने ये फिल्म देखी थी, और शशांक के साथ देखी थी हमने पूरे धर्मा प्रोडक्शंस का ट्रायल बाकायदा रखा था। वी हैड आस्क्ड फॉर अ स्क्रीनिंग फ्रॉम जी, और जब मैंने देखी थी तो मुझे उस वक्त शशांक ने मेरे जहन में ये बात डाल दी थी कि हमें बनानी है। तो मैं उसके बाद मुझे डर था कि शशांक करेगा क्या, क्योंकि अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी है सैराट में, एक ऐसी टोन पकड़ी है फिल्म मेकर ने जो बहुत मुश्किल है कैप्चर करना। लेकिन शशांक की कॉन्फिडेंस इज़ बहुत इन्फेक्शियस है। तो व्हेन ही डिसाइडेड कि ये मैं बनाना चाहता हूँ, एंड आई न्यू इट हैड टू बी विद ईशान एंड जानवी, न्यू टैलेंट। और जब मैंने उसके बाद सिर्फ छोटे छोटे रशेस देखी, पूरी तरह मैंने जब फिल्म देखी तो आई वॉज कम्प्लीटली लाइक आई वॉज जोन्ड, बिकॉज एंड जैसे आई डोंट नो इफ एवरीवन हैज सीन द फिल्म है, तो मैं स्पॉइलर नहीं देना चाहूँगा, बट द एंड रियली शेक्स यू अप अ लिटिल बिट। सो मैं बाहर आया तो टुक मी अ वाइल टू ऑब्जॉर्ब द एक्सपीरियंस। लेकिन फिर मैं वापस मैंने जब फिल्म देखी तो मुझे लगा कि ही हैज़ डन एन एक्सेप्शनल जॉब इन अडेप्टिंग द सोर्स मटीरियल। उसने अपनी फिल्म, ऑफकोर्स बहुत सारे सीक्वेंसेस लिए हैं, लेकिन अपनी नई फिल्म बनाई है, अपने नए कैरेक्टर्स बनाए हैं, अपनी तरह बनाए हैं फॉर अ पैन इंडिया ऑडियंस। मुझे बेहद पसंद आई, और मैं गर्व के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि ये तीसरी फिल्म है शशांक की, और मुझे इन तीनों फिल्मों में मुझे ये शशांक की सबसे बेहतरीन काम लगी है डायरेक्टोरियली। इट्स हिज स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट वर्क डायरेक्टोरियली, और सिर्फ एक ही डायरेक्टर समझ सकता है जहाँ उन्होंने एक्स्ट्रा पॉजेज लिए हैं, एक्स्ट्रा ठहराव रखा है, जहाँ उन्होंने फिर एनर्जी डाली है, जहाँ उन्होंने स्केल डाला है। ही इज़ बीन वेरी ग्राफिक, इंटेलिजेंट एंड स्ट्रेटेजिक एंड इमोशनल, और ये कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत रेयर होता है फिल्म मेकर में। सो आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ हिम।
ईशान, जानवी, बहुत सारी बधाई मिल रही होगी आपको अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे, घर वालों ने भी कुछ कहा होगा। घर वालों ने ऐसा क्या कहा कि बेटा ये मत करना, बाकी सब करना, इस सफलता के बाद?
फिल्म देखने के बाद
जी,
ये मत करना, ये मत करना।
आई थिंक करण ने भी कुछ कहा होगा।
आई थिंक उन्होंने कहा था कि जिंदगी में ये मत करना जो इन किरदारों ने किया।
Say that.
जानवी?
उन्होंने बोला अभी थोड़ी देर के लिए किसी फिल्म का रीमेक मत करना।
यही करना, ये मत करना।
शशांक, आपको किस तरीके से कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिले जो आप शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
जी, किस तरीके से, मतलब काफ़ी लोगों के पैशनेट मैसेजेस और फ़ोन कॉल्स आ रहे हैं। जैसा कि कहा कि काफ़ी लोगों के ऑनलाइन रिव्यूज़ भी पढ़े हैं जो इतने पॉजिटिव नहीं हैं और जिन्होंने अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त की हैं, पर बहुत पर्सनल जो फ़ोन कॉल्स और मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं वो बहुत इनकरेजिंग है, और जिनको देख के लग रहा है कि जिस पर्सपेक्टिव से मैंने ये फिल्म बनाई थी वो काफ़ी लोगों में कम्युनिकेट हो रही है, तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है और बहुत सीखने को भी मिल रहा है। तो आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड थिंग। और जैसा कि उस दिन मैं करण को कह रहा था कि अच्छी बात है कि एक हिट फिल्म पे सीखने मिल रहा है, कभी कभी फ्लॉप फिल्म पे सीखने मिलता है, तो उस तरीके से एक अच्छी चीज़ हो गई है।
हाय, कंग्रेचुलेशंस टुवर्ड्स योर लेफ्ट, या सोहेल, हाय। ईशान और जानवी के लिए एक्चुअली बहुत मेहनत की है डेफिनेटली, और उसके बाद प्रमोशन एक्टिविटीज़ में भी हमने देखा बहुत मेहनत हो रही है। आफ्टर द सक्सेस, हाउ आर यू एंजॉयिंग द सक्सेस, दैट्स द थिंग। और जैसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री की बात की, तो आपको किसने ऐसी कॉम्प्लीमेंट तो बहुत मिले होगी, लेकिन कोई ऐसा कॉम्प्लीमेंट जो याद हो आपको एंड यू लाइक टू शेयर, एंड फ्रॉम होम एक्चुअली?
ईशान?
सर ऑनेस्टली आई थिंक मैं बस इस बात से खुश हूँ कि लोग जा रहे हैं फिल्म देखने और लोग सराह रहे हैं और पसंद कर रहे हैं फिल्म को। आई थिंक काफ़ी लोगों ने बहुत ही प्यारी चीज़ें कही हैं, अच्छी चीज़ें कही हैं, लेकिन मेरे लिए सबसे मज़ेदार लम्हा ये था जब हम गेटी गैलेक्सी गए थे फिल्म देखने, और ऑडियंस की जो रिएक्शंस थे वहाँ पर, जिस तरह से वो फिल्म को एंजॉय कर रहे थे, वो देख के मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा मज़ा आया।
जी, मेरे लिए भी हमारी फिल्म को इतना प्यार मिल रहा है, ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। और ऐसे लग रहा है कि जिस टॉपिक को हम छेड़ना चाहते थे इस फिल्म के ज़रिए, अभी हमने इतने सारे लोगों को सोचने पे मजबूर कर दिया है, उनको एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग एहसास के साथ छोड़ा है इस फिल्म के ज़रिए। और हाँ, मेरे लिए भी जब हम गेटी गैलेक्सी गए थे, ऑडियंसेस का रिएक्शन देख